Hi, I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for joining me tonight here on TCM. Our star of the night is the gifted, pioneering comedian Richard Pryor, who would have turned 85 years old today. Pryor made his film debut as an actor in 1967, playing a small role in the comedy The Busybody. But his career in movies really took off in the 1970s. In 1972, he gave a critically acclaimed dramatic performance in Lady Sings the Blues, playing the piano man to Diana Ross's Billie Holiday. 2 years later, he starred alongside Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte, and Bill Cosby in the 1974 crime caper Uptown Saturday Night, which Poitier also directed. In 1976, Pryor had a banner year starring in 3 box office hits: Car Wash, The Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings, and Silver Streak. But just as he reached the pinnacle of his career and talents in the late 1970s, Richard Pryor suffered a near-fatal setback. On June 9, 1980, his longtime addiction to cocaine led to a horrific incident that left Pryor severely burned all over his body. It was reported as an accident, but Pryor later admitted that it was a suicide attempt. It seemed unlikely that he would survive, but he made a miraculous recovery and resumed his career. He returned to stand-up comedy and to the big screen, including in the film that you're about to see. From 1985, directed by Walter Hill, it's the TCM premiere of Brewster's Millions. Richard Pryor plays the title role, Montgomery Brewster. He's a pitcher in the minor leagues who comes into a massive inheritance left to him by an uncle he didn't know. But there's a catch. He can only inherit the $300 million fortune if he can successfully spend $30 million in 30 days without explaining anything to anyone. Now, this film was actually my introduction to Richard Pryor when I saw it in the mid-'80s, and despite some negative critical feedback that I'll talk about after the movie, it's a perfect showcase for his unique style of comedy. From 1985, also with John Candy, Lynette McKee, Stephen Collins, and Hume Cronin, Brewster's Millions. Brewster's Millions was based on a novel from 1902 written by George Barr McCutcheon, and by the time this 1985 adaptation came around, the story had already been brought to the big screen 6 other times. The first version came in 1914 and was co-directed by Cecil B. DeMille. 2 more Hollywood adaptations followed during the silent era, including a 1921 comedy starring Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle. In 1945, director Alan Dewan revived the material with the first American version produced in the sound era. The story also inspired an unsuccessful stage musical in 1919 called Zip Goes a Million, with a score by Jerome Kern and Buddy DeSilva. One of the songs they wrote for that show, Look for the Silver Lining, was cut, but then featured in a play the following year, becoming a popular standard. Richard Pryor's performance as Montgomery Brewster marked the first time a black actor tackled the role, but some critics at the time were disappointed to see Pryor playing such a typical nice guy character. It was a departure from the edgy, provocative style that he was known for. But his next project marked a return to form. In 1986, Pryor released JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling, a fascinating self-portrait of his own life and career that Pryor not only starred in, but also wrote, produced, and directed. You can catch it here on TCM later tonight. Up next, Richard Pryor performs his legendary stand-up material in a concert film from 1982.
Next on TCM, Richard Pryor, live on the Sunset Strip. Then Richard Pryor, Here and Now. And later, JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling. TCM answers tonight.